I'm Phil with Alpha Bow Hunting, and this is our new show, To the Point.
What's up, everybody? Phil Mendoza here. It's been a little while since we've done a To the Point show. This one's going to be, I'm running solo on it right now. We've got a bunch of updates to let everybody know about. Obviously, today as I record this is April 2nd, and a bunch coming down the way towards the end of the month and into the next few months. So I wanted to highlight a few things, answer a few questions that are specifically related to the Alpha Challenges, and also give a little teaser as to some of the videos that I have coming up and some of the topics. So first things first, event number 1 at No Limits Archery at the shop, at our shop here, April 27th, 28th. It's coming, right? We're getting down to the wire. We're getting close. Want to remind everybody, if you pre-register, you're going to be entered into a separate drawing or prize pool that's going to be just for those who pre-register. We've got a couple pair of Hanwag boots. We've got some WA product. We've got some Native by Carlton calls and some other prizes that are going to be kind of goodie bag style that's just going to be for those who pre-register. You'll still get your competitor shirt. You're still going to get a few other things in the goodie bag if you just show up the day of. So you're definitely welcome to just register the day of the event as well. But just want to let you know that we're really looking to get as good of a gauge as we can. We ran a little short on competitor shirts last year at the finals. Hated to see that. So we want to make sure that we're on top of that for this coming year, making sure we're satisfying the competitors. So event number 1 is something different this year than we haven't done in the past. We're going to be giving away, I mean, we've always done a bunch of raffle prizes at the end of the event, and we're still going to continue to do that. So one of the big raffle prizes that we're going to be giving away this year at each of the first 3 qualifiers, which is the No Limits Archery Shoot in April, the event in Eagle, Colorado, the 18th and 19th, and then June 1st and 2nd in Casper, we're going to be randomly drawing from the competitors to give away a Helix bow at each of those first 3 events. So that's kind of big. Thank you, Hoyt, for stepping up big again this year with us. In addition to that, last year we took all the competitors and put them in a box. At the finals, we drew away a Rambo bike. That's going to be a little different this year. We still are working together with Rambo again this year, so thank you, Rambo. But the bike's going to be given away to somebody who attends the finals, so just that event. A couple other prizes that we want to start announcing. So guaranteed cash prizes for those 4 events, the 3 qualifiers and the finals, over $13,000. That number will go up based off participation. So there's already actually for the first 3 qualifier events, there's a guaranteed prize payout for all the divisions posted online at alphabowhunting.com under the compete page. And you can go down and find that. Also, the itinerary is up there as well for the first event. So to answer and clarify a few things, you do not have to attend one of the qualifying events to qualify to compete at the finals. Each event is a standalone event. So each event has its own prizes. Each event will have its own winners. What you win, if you win the men's open division, the women's division, or the masters division, if you win at one of the qualifiers, you're guaranteed a seat in the alpha bracket at the finals, which is where the big prizes are. So let me tell you what those prizes are going to be this year. Bumping them up from last year for sure. So the Masters Finals winner. This is anybody in the 40 to 49 age group. Women and men are able to compete in that division. But the Masters Alpha bracket, so the top 15 to 20% as we separate the handicap, the field, if you will, going to win an RX3 bow. In addition to that, you're going to get a pair of Hanwag boots, and first place in that division is $700 cash prize. So you've got an over $2,500 package for the Masters division this year. In the women's bracket, the women's Alpha division, you're going to get an RX3. You're going to get a custom set of Mavens, B1s or B2s, a pair of Hanwag boots, $700 cash for a total of over $3,500 in that category, in that division. Okay. Now the men's division, I've been hammered by some of the ladies in the past by asking me how come the men's prizes are higher than the women's. To answer that is usually almost half of the field is in the men's open bracket. Okay, so based off of participation is how we justify the cash paybacks. So the only thing different from the men's and women's winner, because the men's winner is going to get an RX3 bow. He's going to get a custom set of Maven B1 or B2s, pair of Hanwag boots. The only difference here is the cash payout, and that again is based off of participation in the past. So this year's Alpha Division winner in the men's division is going to take home $2,000 cash. Okay, so for a total of over $5,000 for the winner of that division. There will still be prizes for the open division. So again, once we go to the finals now, not the regular events, the finals, after we do our qualifying rounds, and you've got the guaranteed 3 placers from the first 3 events that qualify automatically in the alpha bracket, then we continue down the list to see who the next top 5 qualifiers were for the men's open division, and we push them in the alpha bracket. And the women's division is based off participation, as is the masters. So the women's alpha bracket and the masters alpha bracket could be anywhere between 4 to 8 competitors per division based off participation. So that's the biggest thing, is if you compete at one of the qualifier events, you're still going to compete for normal prizes. But if you win one of those 3 divisions, you're guaranteed a seat in the alpha bracket. Again, in the regular qualifiers, there's prizes. And again, into the final event, once we've separated the alpha bracket, those people are competing for the high prizes or the bigger prizes, and then the rest of the field still gets qualified for prizes in their respective divisions. Okay, so the top 8 shooters in the open division are going to compete for the alpha prizes, and then if you're qualifier number 9 working down, well, now you just turned into the number 1 qualifier in the open bracket. Hypothetically, depending on the qualifiers, but that's kind of how it's going to work. Top 8 competitors go to the alpha bracket in the men's division. So new this year, team event. We're going to dabble with the team event this year, so we're not going to go full bore. So we're going to have a men's team division, a women's team division, and a co-ed division. Okay, so regardless of your age, regardless of your equipment, those are going to be the 3 classifications or divisions for the team event. It's going to be $20 per team, so $10 per competitor, to shoot the team event. That's going to be registered the day of. So even if you pre-register online, I still need everybody to check in, sign the waivers, pick up their goodie bags. At that point is when you're going to tell us, I have a team, here's the 2 competitors, this is our division, here's our $20. In those team divisions, there's going to be a 50% payback plus some other prizes, okay? So it's going to be Saturday afternoon where the team event's going to be. It's going to be a pretty quick format, the way we're going to run things this year with the qualifying rounds. Once we get into the main bracket and run the brackets out, format will change slightly. So that's all I'm going to tell you right now. Still going to be head-to-head format, still going to be very similar to what we've always done. One more thing, I've had a couple age questions. The way that we keep it simple, the way we break down age is the age you are the day of the event. Okay, so somebody may be competing in the open bracket for the first event, and then into the finals. If they just turned 40, they can compete in the Masters division if they'd like. Same thing with the 50 and over crowd. If you're turning 50, if you've turned 50 right before that event. So the age you are at the time of the event, I'm not going to go back and set a cutoff date. You need to be that age by a certain date. It's just the date of the event. Okay. So that being said, those are the biggest announcements I have for the alpha events. I'm going to be posting the venue locations for Eagle, as well as possibly where we're looking into campsites. There's going to be some hotels that we're also going to reference on our website page for the Eagle event. So if you scroll down, you're going to see the first event. It's going to have the itinerary. It's going to have a link to registration. And it's going to have the cash payouts, and then you're going to go back down, and it's going to say event number 2 Eagle. Here's going to be the address, the location map. Here's a couple places you could potentially camp. Here's a couple places you could potentially book a hotel. Same thing for Casper. We're going to actually add competitor pickup in Casper. We're looking to do that at a brewery or restaurant. Add a little social aspect to it the night before. And maybe have a little get-together location the night of. So Visit Casper is guiding us through the process there with welcoming us into Casper, Wyoming. So we want to say thank you to them as well. One more announcement. I'm going to be starting posting on social as well. Friday evening before event number 1. So once again, Friday evening before event number 1 on April 26th, one of our new partners this year is coming in to do a workshop. Free to everyone. 6 o'clock. Mark and Wayne Carlton from Native by Carlton are going to be coming in to do a calling workshop seminar, if you will. We want to keep it more workshop style to where it's hands-on. If people have never put a different type of call in their mouth, or they're wanting to learn different techniques, we're going to be able to get hands-on with those two, and I'm super excited because they're both a wealth of knowledge. Wayne being one of the pioneers with calls in general, and Mark really steering the ship from what his dad had started a long time ago. So very happy about that partnership. Once again, April 26th, sometime between 6 and 6:30 at No Limits Archery. We're going to kick that off. They're going to have some display, talk time, and then we're going to get into just more of a workshop style Q&A and helping everybody out, because that's what we really are aiming to do. So a couple things on my end from the videos that are coming forward. I've got a series that's going to be targeting the bow hunter, okay? And what it really stems from is a lot of what we've been doing in our workshops, coaching bow hunters into, understanding effective range, really painting a better picture, understanding how to quantify your setup, your accuracy, the measurables, and plug it in to the deliverables that you're going to take into the woods with you. So there's some topics there that I'm going to start to highlight as far as some of the main things that we've done in our workshops on a Cliff Note scale, if you will, because it's going to be kept shorter for the YouTube crowd. In addition to that, there's some topics that get into some of the bracketing tools, which is some of the things we talk about in our workshop, yardage judging for hunters, vital size, understanding if you're a bow hunter that uses a multiple pin sight, pin gapping, understanding aim with desired sight picture, and a lot of those things. So I'm going to start getting more in depth with the topics that are specific to the bow hunter. And again, compound archery, primarily looking at our references, our tools, understanding really how to have all those tools that we talk about putting in our tool belt. We want to make sure we understand them, and there may be a few details that you haven't thought about, and we'd like to showcase or highlight some of those tools or tips that you can start incorporating in or practice or taking with you into the woods. So that way, again, what we do here at Alpha Bow Hunting is not to try to beat our own chest or push anybody to shine the light on any one person. It's more about helping you become the best version of yourself when you head out into the woods. So developing that inner alpha, if you will, that alpha within, that's what my main goal is, and that's what our purpose is going to be. So we're going to get back to the videos, the how-tos, the tips, and the tactics, and get into the field. And that leads me into my last announcement, if you will. The workshops we've been doing in the past, we're going to start doing some condensed versions of those, okay, the all-day workshops. And the condensed version workshop, again, is going to be kind of Cliff Notes. If you purchase the workshop, I have some other online videos that you can use as references that will also help maybe go in depth a little bit more as to what we coach in that series. But in addition to that, we're looking to do some range time, a lot more range time. So there's going to be some new workshops that we're going to be announcing that have for the first evening or the night before or possibly the week before is going to be lecture, classroom, discussion, possibly some tuning and addressing issues with the setup, and then a day or a week, whatever the next progression of that workshop is, it's going to be range time. And right now we're looking at some of the local 3D ranges around the Front Range here that we've been talking with to allow us to go in and really get more in depth with the angled shots, the awkward position shots, the body positioning, body alignment, executing shots in the field as applicable, as practicing like you should be for hunting the West. So very excited about those. Those will start sometime in May and then continue on through July. I think we're going to stop those towards the end of July as obviously hunting season starts kicking off in August. So good luck to everybody getting ready. I'm excited for this year. A ton of new partners that are coming on board, a few exciting additions to our format, and there's a couple more things that we're going to be announcing for the finals that I'm going to wait to another video. But I just wanted to get a few things that I had written down, some questions, answer a few common topics that I've been seeing. Message me if you still have additional questions. This video will also be for reference on the website on the compete page, so that way if anybody wants to You know, if you want to point somebody to, hey, I'm not sure what's going on, send them to the alphabowhunting.com/compete page. There'll be a registration link there, in addition to all these information videos talking about divisions, pack weights, type of you know, the different format, if you will, and layout of the event. So thank you guys. We'll see you soon.